Gift of the Givers have sent teams to Hout Bay's Imizamo Yethu informal settlement after a fire last night, which left over 200 people homeless. The group's Ali Sablay joins us now for an update on the situation. Ali, a very good evening to you. I'm grateful for your time. Tell us what your teams found on arrival at Imizamo Yethu.
Thank you. We received frantic calls last night, around about just after 7, around about the same time now, from community members informing us of a fire that's happening in again the same section, the Madiba section of Imizamo Yethu in Hout. We then contacted the disaster risk management teams who confirmed the fire is happening, and the fire departments put off the blaze around about 12 o'clock midnight this morning. When we got to the scene, communities are frustrated, they are angry, because in particular in this Madiba section, for the last 5 years, Gift of the Givers has responded to a disaster in that exact location for 7 times in this few years already. Communities are fed up. They said they are tired of living in these conditions. You can just imagine the trauma of the children. A mother introduced me to a 7-year-old child who says that.
Ali, are you still with us? I think we've lost Ali Sablay.
Sorry.
Oh, Ali, we've got you back. You were just telling us about the mother who was recounting to you the story of a traumatized child because of these recurring fires.
Exactly. This mother was informing us the child is 7 years old now. As soon as a child hears a bottle breaks or someone shouts for whatever reason, the child goes frantic and it shouts fire. It wants to grab its bags and run out. This is the kind of trauma the children of Imizamo Yethu is experiencing, and they're looking for a permanent solution, which is in terms of permanent houses. Because for generations, the population is increasing, these structures are double stories, triple stories, and there's no space for them to move. So they are seeking answers now, and they're completely frustrated. Some of them don't even have the ID documents that occurred in the fire in September 2022. They don't even have the necessary documents. Children's birth certificates are lost. Those are still waiting for social grants, but they cannot do anything because their material is all destroyed.
And what is it about Imizamo Yethu specifically? I mean, I know it's an area that is quite congested. A lot of people living there, a lot of shacks in the area erected as well. But what makes it so vulnerable to these sort of fires?
Number one, it's built up the mountain. The roads are very narrow, and the structures are built next to each other and on top of each other. So when a fire occurs, it's very difficult sometimes for the fire brigades to access these small roads, and sometimes these fire hydrants, it's the maps and people built over the fire hydrants. So it's very difficult. When a fire occurs, they're guaranteed it's either going to be 100 or 200 people displaced, because of the difficulty in extinguishing this blaze. But the best part is there is available land that provincial and national government has set out. The land is there. In fact, the roads for the land has been built already, but it's just empty grounds. And some of those people said they've been promised houses there 15 years ago, and they are still in the same situation.
I know your main focus is on the issue of relief, but are you, as Gift of the Givers, any clearer on why people, even if it's not everyone in Imizamo Yethu, have not been moved to safer ground into proper housing?
You see, over a period of time, governments change, politicians change, ministries change. There's always a delay. As soon as a new one takes over, they have to deal with something 10 times worse than Imizamo Yethu. But according to the community leaders, there's already a signed agreement of houses being built. Today we have reached out to the community leaders, came to us and said, you guys are our last resort. If you guys can please reach out to provincial and national, ask them please to come sit with us because we are tired. We can't anymore. We feel we won't have the dignity of dying in a dignified house or a proper house. We'll be dying in the situation we are. But there's many elderly people as well. So we've made that call, and hopefully these people will come to the ground and meet the community leaders and work out on a long-term solution. Because every time a fire occurs, loss of life and loss of livelihood. and the trauma and it will take years for any of these people living in these conditions, for the trauma to leave them.
And what do the people of Imizamo Yethu need most tonight?
When we came to the ground, they were very hungry. We immediately provided them with hot meals, toiletry packs, blankets, baby care packs, some clothing, because some of them just had the clothing on their backs. The urgent need at the moment is, because to negotiate a roof over the head will be a long period with relevant authorities, as building material, some linen and mattresses.
And how do people who may want to donate get in touch with you?
All the details on our social media team, or they're most welcome to contact 0800 786 911. And for any other details, it's on all our social media pages.
Ali Sablay from Gift of the Givers, thank you as always for your time and the work that you do in these communities. Thank you for your time.